that this administration has systematically imposed the toughest sanctions on Iran ever.
We're going to put a lot tougher sanctions on Iran, economic sanctions, credit sanctions.
And applying the toughest sanctions that Iran's ever experienced.
Put in place crippling sanctions against Iran.
We are going to need to see a stimulus package passed.
I think there is need for economic stimulus, and government can help make that up in a very difficult time, and that's one of the reasons why I think a stimulus program is needed.
The Troubled Asset Relief Program, or TARP.
That was an investment made to try and keep a collapse of our entire financial system from occurring. TARP program kept that from occurring. I know a lot of my fellow conservatives aren't happy with me that I supported the plan. I don't call it a bailout, I call it a rescue plan.
These targeted initiatives are right, and they are needed.
The president ultimately did what I suggested.
We must engage contractors across the nation to create jobs rebuilding our crumbling roads, bridges.
We have thousands and thousands of structurally deficient bridges. We have roads that are in terrible disrepair. I'm in favor of the line item veto. I exercised it 844 times. Thank heavens we have the line item veto, and I'd like to see it at the federal government level as well. We need it. He's a pretty skilled expert at dealing with recessions and depressions and studying how you avoid depressions.
As an expert on the causes of the Great Depression, I'm sure Ben never imagined that he would be part of a team responsible for preventing another.
And he's done a pretty effective job keeping us from having a total financial meltdown.
And that is why I am reappointing him to another term as chairman of the Federal Reserve.
Yes, I would have, and I do believe that it's appropriate. We need to know about that, track them, follow them, and make sure that in every way we can, we know what they're doing and where they're doing it. And if it means we have to go into a mosque, to wiretap, or a church, then that's exactly where we're going to go.
Tim Geithner is as sharp and as skilled a public servant as we have.
I must admit that I was pleased. He's a person of accomplishment and skill. I think he's a very bright individual. As it comes to this topic is to get us off of our dependence on foreign oil,
To put people back to work today and reduce our dependence on foreign oil tomorrow.
to use our natural gas to drill for our oil,
A strategy that relies on producing more oil and gas here in America,
to use our coal, clean coal,
but also producing more biofuels in America, more fuel-efficient cars in America,
to use solar and wind and efficiency measures. That's my priority.
more wind power in America, and more solar power in America.
I support background checks for people who are going into a store or whatever and buying a weapon. I want them to have a background check to make sure.
But you stand by your support of the Brady
to make sure that the crazies don't buy guns.
We can make certain that those who are mentally deranged are not getting hold of handguns.
Law-abiding private United States citizens.
Law-abiding gun owners all across America.
I want universal coverage. I want everyone in this country to have insurance.
It will be against the law for insurance companies to deny you coverage because of a pre-existing condition.
We're also going to make sure people can't be denied on the basis of pre-existing illness.
For those individuals and small businesses who still can't afford the lower-priced insurance available in the exchange, we'll provide tax credit.
We need to make sure that all people, not just corporations, can deduct on a tax basis the cost of their premium. If someone doesn't have insurance, then we have to care for them in the hospitals, give them free care. So we said no more. No more free riders.
You can't be a free rider on everybody else. You can't not have health insurance, then go to the emergency room. In fact, I agree with Mitt Romney, who recently said he's proud of what he accomplished on health care. And as Commander-in-Chief, I have determined that it is in our vital national interest to send an additional 30,000 U.S. troops to Afghanistan.
I think he's made the right decision with regards to Afghanistan in general direction.
For some time now, I've been calling on Congress to take steps to make higher education more affordable, to prevent these interest rates from doubling, to extend the tuition tax credit that saved middle-class families millions of dollars, and to double the number of work-study jobs over the next 5 years.
That particularly with the number of college graduates that can't find work, or that can only find work well beneath their skill level, I fully support the effort to extend the low interest rate on student loans.